I feel like some red beans. You want to make me some red beans?
That's Jamie Foxx. Red beans ain't something you just get up and do. You serious?
I'm dead serious.
Red beans
Red beans. Don't that sound good?
sound good, but it don't sound quick.
Please. Please, babe.
All right, man. Let me go soak them. All right, I got you. All right, what's up? Is about an hour and a half later. I got my beans soaking. I'm about to go on and prepare my produce to chop up and my meat that I'm going to put up in there and get everything started. First thing first, what I like to do is get me some dishwater created. My stepdad actually taught me to clean as you go. That way when you finish your meal, you don't have a big dirty mess. It stuck with me. I hated it as a child, but it stuck with me. And I actually, I call it pretty much preparing myself for success. That's what I call it, seriously. My preparation, everything that I do on a daily basis. One, I don't cook in the dirty kitchen. I make sure even if I have to clean the kitchen before I cook, I do so. I don't like cooking in the dirty kitchen. I like everything to be fresh. So just give me some dishwater. That way when I dirty stuff, I could kind of clean it in between my idle time, maximize on the time, you know what I'm saying? Hot water, important, hot water. Can't wash dishes in cold water. If anybody out there washing dishes in cold water, you can't do it. Hot water, as hot as you can stand it. Oh, and the music is a must, 100% must. Gotta have the music, that's what keeps me fueled and going on a daily basis, seriously. This type of music too, not that garbage these days. So I got two different cutting boards. I use one for my produce and one for the meats. That way I don't cross-contaminate or anything like that. They both from the Dollar Tree for $1. Don't need no big expensive fancy cutting board or anything like that. Those get the job done. These veggies come out the ground. I don't know if y'all knew that, so it's very important to rinse them off. I know my cutting board is a little small, but it gets the job done. I could put my veggies on the cabinet because it's clean. That's why I say it's very important to make sure you have your kitchen clean before you start. And no, I didn't cut myself on my thumb. That Band-Aid is there from, we were doing some yard work this weekend, out there cutting the grass. You should get a shot of that yard back there, looking nice and done up, lined up, everything. But had a little mishaps. Hurt myself, got a little bobo down there. People always got something to say. People don't understand there's like 1,000,001 different ways to do things. To each his own. Everybody have their own little way, their own little taste. So, you know, I hate to tell somebody you're doing it the wrong way. That's not the way it's supposed to be done. Unless you're just like undercooking like chicken and shit like that. Like, no, you can't be doing shit like that. Y'all, please don't be talking about me like for real. The last thing I want to do is have to go back and forth with somebody. Like seriously, I'm just trying to be peaceful. I'm doing this for my wife. I'm trying to be nice right now. So wrong. And it's gonna be good. Oh my goodness, I ain't starting to get to me, y'all. Don't get my face, please. Don't do me like that. It's this song. Every time I listen to this song, man, it just gets to me because it just makes me think about my wife, man. It's Teddy P.
How long did you say you soaked the beans for?
About an hour and a half. I do that. You know, my mom taught me. I guess what it does is, you know, beans, I guess, causes gas. So I guess it releases it a lot. So we got the veggies, and usually I put some celery up in there as well. You know, I'm from Louisiana, so I'll try to stay true to the Holy Trinity form, but I don't have no celery right now. We on a budget, so unless y'all gonna send us some money to get some, that's what you gonna get. Still gonna be good though, I promise. Now, for the meats. Now the sausage, this is actually Hillshire Farm beef hot links. It's in that Ziploc bag because we break it down. We try to stretch our pennies, so we like to break our meats down for the particular meals that we're gonna cook and freeze them, and then unfreeze them when it's needed to be thawed out. So first thing first, rinse all meat. With the chicken, you be as careful as you possibly can because everybody knows chicken carries a lot of bacteria. So what I do is I try to be careful with my workstation with the chicken, that way I don't get a lot of splatter. And I know, like, oh, you got fruit right there, but I'm careful, I know what I'm doing. And then I make sure before I use that workstation or anything, I wipe it down. I'm going to rinse this, and before I cut it up, I need you to get a big old picture of this sucker. This sucker's pretty big.
Chicken breast.
Chicken breast, look at that.
That's what we're talking about.
Relative to humans, this would be like a double D if this was a female. I'm just saying. So, I just cut them up in little strip chunks first. Try to make my cuts as consistent as possible as far as width goes. You gotta stop that. Alright, let me discard this and get my hands washed. Get this cleaned off. Alright, so what I'm about to do right now is go ahead and season this chicken up a little bit and put it to the side. Some people season it prior, some people don't. I like to season everything. I actually like to use a variety of seasoning. You may look at the season I use and be like, oh, he's heavy-handed or is over-seasoned. Nah, I got this. My wrist know what it's doing. I promise you, anybody that tastes my stuff, it's flavorful, it's good. I'm not gonna lie and say sometimes I don't over-season, but I drink sometimes too. But I got this. I make rain on the bitch. And I season up high because it's easier to control how much is coming out. Get you a nice little wrist action shake going on. And just let it fall. You season down low, it'll concentrate more on particular area of your food. You want it to be more widespread. So hands back washed and sanitized. So what I do is, it's gonna be an avalanche. You know how them bowl ties be. You can't do nothing with them. You just stuff them up there. Shut that cabinet real quick. Put the chicken in the fridge to the side. And then I start preparing to get this party rocking. So my wife will leave me alone. I turn it on about a nice little medium high to initially to get it started. To be honest with you, I let it roll on medium high for about a good hour to hour and a half before I turn that temperature down. So I actually sometimes I use half and half between water and chicken broth to cook the beans in, pretty much. And And that's as far as the liquid goes that goes in there. Sometimes I put a little bit vegetable oil in there just to give it a little thickness. So what I'm gonna do first is get these beans in there. I'm gonna go ahead and dump all of this in there. Some people I know they may and I do with certain dishes. I'll saute my veggies or sear my meat first. Sometimes I do with certain dishes, but with this I don't. So and once upon a time I have a bigger pot than this, but it's too big for the amount that I want to, make. But this pot, I just keep an eye on it. I may have to go back and add a little bit more liquid as it cooks down. But we'll be rolling with right now. And remember, I'm adding chicken to it as well. I add the chicken once I get this thing boiling, rumbling. Why? Just because that's the way I want to do it. How do I know how much to put? I don't. My wrist just stops when it wants to, and somehow it just comes out. I know y'all I don't care what y'all like, I'm serious. My wife will tell you. Anybody who's eating, it'll tell you. My brother came over here not too long ago, and straight up, after he ate it, he was like, man, you ain't even have to add no salt or no season to it. It was pretty much ready-made. It's a good compliment. When somebody say you ain't have to add no season to it, that's a good compliment, especially a black person, because black people expect food to be seasoned, and if they don't, they're going to talk about you. Like, for real. So, that was a good compliment. I really wanted to be like, I knew, I do this, I does this, because I really do. And y'all will see. Y'all gonna see that end game. The end game gonna be something serious. This is the beginning. This is only the beginning. Y'all see that wrist? Look at it. Look, I mean, seriously, I'm not even really trying to do it right now. It's just, y'all have no idea. I just put something in my hand and it just kind of flickers by itself. It's crazy. I don't know what it was, but something must have happened to me as a kid, and I've been blessed with this talent. Because I ain't taking no classes, no cooking courses. However, my stepdad was a bit of a chef himself, so he kind of introduced that whole cooking life to us at a young age, and I've been doing this, it seems like for forever, and I love it. I enjoy it. It's relaxing, it's easy, it's second nature, second hand. See that? When you got some little downtime, knock them dishes out real quick, vibe to the music. You can't go wrong when you got this music playing. That is so true. So right now we just gonna pretty much wait for this to get nice and rumbling and boiling. And then what I'm gonna do is come add the chicken breast to it. Once I add the chicken breast to it, just let this sucker do its thing. Check on it every now and then, see if I need to add any liquid. Make sure nothing's sticking at the bottom. Pretty much watch it. Watch it, little baby, take care of it. That's right. Okay. So put this on here, and I'll get back to y'all once it starts boiling with the chicken breast, and I'll drop that in there. Then every now and then we'll check up on it and see how it's doing, so y'all can see the process when it comes to light, and then when it finally finishes. I'm also going to be making cornbread. I can make it from scratch. I don't eat cornbread at all, but my wife loves it, so I'm still going to go ahead and make it for her, but it's gonna be straight out the Jiffy box. I can't brag on that. I don't even really want to record that, just bloop, 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 boom, they're done. Don't feel good or great about that at all. But I'm gonna do it because that's what she wants. But in the future, if I make this again, I'll probably do it from scratch just to show y'all I can do it. It's nothing. Something. Guess what I found, y'all? Y'all ain't gonna believe this. A whole fresh. I did not go to Walmart. I did not go anywhere. I promise you, this is literally like 10 minutes later or whatever. But I found some celery in the refrigerator. Fresh celery, fresh celery. So I'm actually about to hurry up and chop some up and throw up in there. Don't be lazy if you got it and you already completed that. That's why you clean your stuff as you go. You don't have to be like, oh, I gotta clean. Nope, it's already clean. Boom. So I'm gonna use probably about 2 little stalks. My babe probably gonna ask me out the blue for some beef stew or something like that. So I'm gonna save some. We love veggies around here. We love almost all veggies around here and fresh veggies. So we definitely first wanna cut what I'm not gonna use off. I don't care if I'm throwing away a part that's usable, so what? Then I'm gonna rinse them. They come out the ground. Celery actually almost always have dirt on them inside of them, so give them that good wash. Don't half-ass wash it like you do yourself. Give it that good wash. Boom. Right there. Cut it there. 3 around the same size. Bam, bam, bam. Add it. I'm a speed demon too. I'm just fast, but I don't rush my cooking. I let it do its thing. I'm very patient with that. Bam, 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 bam. So I am gonna go ahead while I'm waiting on this stuff to start boiling. Make sure I add that garlic. Yeah, one of the best things made. Give me a nice healthy spoonful. Smells so good. Oh my goodness. A little bit more. Add a little bit Worcestershire sauce right there. Yep. Just a little duper dollops. That's it. That's it. A Louisiana hot sauce. Yep. I just add a little bit. My baby be getting heartburn. My food does have a little bit kick to it naturally, I guess because I am from Louisiana. I don't know. I love it, but as I said, we got the hot, the beef hot links in there as well. It's gonna be something good. Oh, and the reason why I'm not gonna do the rice or the cornbread now, simply because I like to time my food to try to get them all to finish at the same time. That way they all can be at least hot and fresh. I don't like to have to rewarm something up when it's supposed to be fresh. So I know how to time my stuff. Got this. Don't let it do its thing. It's really just gonna be checking on it maybe every 10-15 minutes. Give it a stir, make sure it ain't sticking, anything like that. And just keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Using your own judgment. At the end of the day, you know how you like your food to taste. Period. If you know how you like your food to taste, then you know when it's finished. You could taste it periodically. You never know. I tell you one thing. It may be determined by the stove that you have, because we had a stove prior to this. Not just the oven temperature, but it seemed like also the burner, the range temperature would be all off. The gauge wouldn't coincide with the gauge, say that the temperature was just all off. So I really had to learn that stove, not necessarily, and my cooking ain't changed. I just had to learn the stove, learn that temp gauge. And then this one came in, had to learn this one, caught it like that, just like riding a bike. No cold water. Guess I'm gonna have to go with old OJ. Can't go wrong with OJ unless his last name is Simpson. Woo! Something about that old natural orange juice, that stuff that naturally grows, not that cold drink. I ain't even gonna, shit on Kool-Aid because I grew up on it. Like, you have no idea how much I grew up on it, so I ain't gonna shit on it. But in all actuality, all that sugar that's in it is really not good for you. So, this household, we really rock, orange juice and water. For real, for real. Every now and then a beer or a mixed drink. Look, I'm trying to get a little look. Still heating up there. But we're gonna check on this when it boils. We're gonna add the chicken, then I'll be back and periodically stir it until it's time to put on the rice and make this cornbread, this right here that my wife loves right here, this box shit. I don't really fool with the box. I'm not really a box cooker, seriously. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. As you can see, the pot is pretty filled up, so after I add this chicken, I may not be able to put the top on it, or if you put the top on it, it may boil over. It is okay, don't panic. You don't have to think that your house about to catch on fire if you hear the little shh from the burner because just take the top off. Like, calm down, it's okay. Some of that water evaporate, make some room. Gotta get a bigger pot though. But as I said, we on a budget. Just get the job done. Until it doesn't get the job done, it's gonna get the job done. Some little stirrers up in there. It's gonna come back to a boil in a minute. We just added a little cold chicken up in there, that's all. Yeah. So good. That's how this food gonna taste. So good. So good, baby. We got it rolling right now, and I'm about to let this sucker roll on this temp. Maybe a little bit under medium high. About to let it roll on this temp right here for about a good hour. Hour to hour 15. I'm gonna come check on it, stir it occasionally, see how it's doing. Let it know that you still care. You're still here. You ain't going nowhere, just to the room. Watch a little bit Jamie Foxx, and you'll be back. I will be back. I will not leave you. Boom. See you in a little bit. I won't leave you either. Cool, so I'm just coming up in here, checking up on it. As y'all can see, a lot of the juice has evaporated, leaving, a whole lot of meat, a whole lot of beans. But you don't even have to test nothing out at this point. You can look at the beans and see that they're pretty still hard in texture, so still have a ways away to go. But just to make sure we're preventing any stickage, make sure they all stay submerged in that juice, we add some more chicken broth or water. You don't have to use chicken broth, but to me that adds a lot more flavor to it, so I love it. It's been about 45 minutes. So I'm probably gonna let this stay on this temperature right here for about another 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. Then I'm gonna lower my temp. And I'll talk about that when we get to it. All right, so checking up on it. It's been about a good hour, 45 minutes to 2 hours. So I'm about to go ahead and get the rice on and get her cornbread going. If you can't tell, the music is off. Oh, before I set this time, let me show y'all something. That time, that's real time. That is 9:38 p.m. That's what happens when you get asked to make red beans at like 5 o'clock or something like that. So whoever came up with the concept like happy wife, happy life, kind of blame you. I blame you. I blame you. The only bad part about this is we're not going to be able to store it, right away. I'm probably going to have to set an alarm for the middle of the night to wake myself up to store it, because you have to naturally, let it come to room temperature, before storing it away, or it could spoil or whatnot. And I'm not trying to let the whole pot of beans go to waste. So I'll be setting the alarm because my wife asked me to make beans at 5. But I'm doing it. As for my rice, but let me go ahead and show y'all how they looking real quick. Give y'all a little sneak peek. I think I need to add some more broth to it anyway. Right, now y'all see how them beans look like they, they don't look as hard. They started looking good. Ooh, ooh. Yes, I know. Add a little bit more broth. Went ahead and lowered that temperature. And I'm pretty much gonna let it rock like that for about an hour 15, if that. Alright, I'm about to throw this little simple stuff together real quick. She likes a little sweet, so I add a little bit of sugar. Little couple of spins, make sure it's combined pretty well. You don't have to like get it smooth. I don't think it is. A little clumpy is okay. I think it might even say that on the box. Water boiling. Throw that rice on. Pretty much after the rice is done, these should be done. The beans should be done. Which means my deed should be done. Now go relax. Finish watching Jamie Foxx. And get ready for manana. This is our rice container that says rice. Also got that from the Dollar Tree. Got a few of them that we use as storage containers. Works absolutely wonderful. You don't have to go nowhere else and buy no expensive ones. This does the trick. Lower that temp on them beans. Now I got them suckers about to just simmer for the rest. Look at them. I know when I started, y'all probably were like, I don't think that's gonna look too good. I don't think it's gonna. Now y'all like, it might taste a little good since he just added chicken, cause you can't go wrong with chicken. Man, y'all crazy. This shit about to be crazy good. People who enjoy beans but don't like pork or don't eat pork. Pork isn't good for you anyway. This is an alternative where you could get your bean fix. And I'll be back when everything is wrapping up pretty much. See y'all then. So, as y'all can see, the meal is complete. And I already added some hot sauce on top of mine. I don't know if y'all can see the difference between mine and hers. Give a little quick taste test. I'm gonna be honest with y'all in my review too. I'm gonna let y'all know if I still got her, if I messed up a little bit, if I need a little bit salt, or if it's just ready. It's a little hot. I know it's some of y'all out there like, oh, fuck that shit up. Too bad. I think I done did it again. She about to see. She'll tell y'all the shit good. Till next time, y'all take care.